What's the latest snapshot on the 2024 housing market compared to this time last year? Hi, I'm Lori McIntosh with eXp Realty. Let's break it down and recap the latest statistics. In September, we saw the Feds take a slight interest rate cut, the first time in 4 years, which helped out mortgage rates. Because of this, we saw an uptick in market activity as buyer power increased. According to chief economist Haley Jones from Realtor.com, recent rate improvements have boosted home shopper buying power by more than $74,000 compared to 2023 when rates were peaking close to 8%, meaning a buyer can afford a home price $74,000 higher today than this time last year for the same housing payment. Nationally, the median list price is at $429,900, down by 1% from this time last year. We are also seeing more inventory on the market, with the number of listings up 33.2% compared to last year. Data is showing sellers and buyers both taking advantage of the lower mortgage rates and increased inventory. More sellers are listing their homes due to the increase in buyer activity, and there is more buyer demand due to the slight improvement in housing affordability. This trend is expected to continue into 2025. That is right around the corner. Nationally, we are seeing the average days on market for a typical home about 53 days. This is slightly up from this time last year when average days on market were at 45 days nationally. So as we get closer to 2025, what trends should we see compared to this year? Well, let's talk to the experts. According to them, we should continue to see mortgage rates come down a little bit further, home prices to rise slightly at a slower pace, and better affordability for buyers. This is good news for both buyers and sellers. And I work with both. Let's talk about locally. So recently, there was a decline in listing prices in Auburn, Grass Valley, Loomis, Penryn, Hassel, Weimar, Colfax. This can be attributed to several factors. There has been a shift in migration patterns. As you know, during the COVID-19 pandemic, many individuals relocated from urban centers like the San Francisco Bay Area to more affordable regions like here, Auburn, Grass Valley. This surge in demand led to increased home prices in these areas. However, as the pandemic's impact lessened, some of these migration trends have reversed. Gotta take a sip of water. For instance, San Francisco experienced a significant population decline during the pandemic, which has recently seen a stabilization, even a slight increase in population, suggesting a reduced outflow to surrounding areas. Yep, less people coming up here. Maybe you want to know a little bit about the Bay Area economy. Maybe you don't, but if you do, stay tuned because just stay here. Some economic factors are rising interest rates and economic uncertainties that have affected the real estate market nationwide, but higher borrowing costs can deter potential buyers, leading to decreased demand and prompting sellers to lower their prices to attract buyers. There's been a market correction. The rapid price increases in Auburn and Grass Valley during the pandemic have led to overvalue. I can't say may, they have. The current price reductions, that means you got to stick around for a little bit longer. So the current price reductions could represent a market correction, aligning property values more closely with historical trends and local economic conditions. In summary, though, for local business here, the combination of changing migration patterns, economic factors, and market corrections is contributing to the observed decrease in listing prices in Auburn and Grass Valley. So let's go back to the election. Actually, I didn't even bring that up, but I did bring up nationally. Let's do that for a moment. President Trump's proposed economic policies, including tax cuts and increased tariffs, could influence mortgage rates, and the broader housing market in several ways. Implementing significant tariffs, such as a universal 10% tariff on all import and a 60% tariff on Chinese goods, may lead to higher consumer prices. This inflationary effect could prompt the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates to control inflation, resulting in higher mortgage rates. There you go. Let's talk federal budget deficit. Extending and expanding tax cuts without corresponding spending reductions might increase the federal deficit. Yes, I just said might. A larger deficit can lead to higher borrowing costs for the government, which often translates into increased interest rates across the economy, including for mortgages. So how about economic growth and employment? Let's go there. While tax cuts aim to stimulate economic growth, the combined effect of tariffs and potential potential measures from trade partners could disrupt certain industries, potentially leading to job losses and economic slowdown. Such economic uncertainties can affect consumer confidence in the housing market. Finally, while tax cuts may provide more disposable income, potential inflationary effects of increased tariffs and a growing federal deficit could lead to higher mortgage rates, impacting buyers seeking lower rates. Yes, I'm sorry, my buyers, but let's do this. You got to do what you got to do. If you would like more information on the current housing market in your local area, please connect with me so I can get you the latest market data on inventory, prices, and trends. Lori McIntosh with EXP, bringing country charm and luxury living to your doorstep.